Rich Paul being sued by NERLENS NOEL. Wow, this is like really rumbling the I guess the media world. There's a lot of rumblings about this, a lot of implications being made, a lot of assumptions, a lot of theories, a lot of things being revealed. Like my first question is, who's Lucas Newton? That's my very first question. Let's get into that, really. Those are like the details that some people don't even know. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those details weren't really leaked out there like that. But this whole Rich Paul being sued by NERLENS NOEL, it's real. Basically, let me give you the gist of it. NERLENS NOEL, who was represented by Klutch Sports, which is ran by Rich Paul. I say ran with air quotes because a lot of things are being revealed. We'll get into that later. And NERLENS NOEL was being represented by Rich Paul, or allegedly. And what was going on, if a lot of you remember, NERLENS NOEL played for teams like the Houston Rockets and the 76ers. And for some reason, they never attempted to re-sign them, or so we thought. Now there are reports being said, because NERLENS NOEL is no longer being represented by Klutch Sports as of last year, December 19th, I want to say. He's being represented by someone else, and he's been in contact with those coaches. For example, I believe he spoke to the head coach of the Houston Rockets, and they stated that, we were trying to get in contact with you. We wanted to re-sign you. And I believe this was the time when it was Russell Westbrook and James Harden. So imagine if they would have had someone like NERLENS NOEL in the paint to, I believe, because at the time I believe Clint Capella had left, and they needed someone to clog the hole, clog that part on the court. So NERLENS NOEL would have been perfect. You see what he's doing right now in New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I believe he just got a 3-year contract, so he's sitting pretty. But he would have been making a lot more money if Rich Paul would have answered the phone, or Lucas Newton would have answered the phone. We'll get into Lucas Newton in a little bit. And would have told him, the Sixers want you, and or the Rockets want you. And also heard the Clippers also were interested. The Clippers, when they were revamping their whole look with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So if they would have had NERLENS NOEL there, that would have been a great piece for them. That would have been insane. But it was like I was saying, you've seen him play on other teams, and he did exceptionally well. So why didn't they offer him anything? They did want to. It's just his representation was not answering the calls. The question is, why wasn't his representation answering the calls? Of course, there's tons of speculation out there. There's tons of speculation. One of them is implicating LeBron James. LeBron James allegedly does not want other teams that may give him a tough time to get any better. So if he's in charge, or if Rich Paul is allegedly a figurehead and LeBron James is allegedly running things behind the scene, why wouldn't he manipulate what's going on or who goes where? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's all alleged. I made sure I said alleged so no one comes after me. So it's all alleged. So from there, you look at the teams that he could have went to. Those were West Coast teams, except the Sixers. And at the time, think about it. The Sixers, instead of going with Al Horford at the time, who they gave a big deal to, they would have had NERLENS NOEL doing his thing with Joel Embiid. They could have been a force together, where Joel could finally focus on offense, while NERLENS could be that guy on defense. And, of course, Ben Simmons. So, it could have been a great piece, a great addition for them. And they would have been several years in together, real experienced, and possibly could have been contenders in the finals. You know what I mean? But you never know. Was LeBron manipulating that so NERLENS doesn't go to the Sixers because, hey, they might be a force, But I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes. All this is alleged. But what isn't alleged is that Lucas Newton, I believe that's his name. Yes, Lucas Newton of Klutch Sports represents the non-marquee players of Klutch Sports. Every time you hear someone signing to Klutch Sports, you see that Rich Paul is always in the forefront. But I guess there is another agent there by the name of Lucas Newton. There's probably other agents within the agency. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. But from what I'm understanding, Lucas Newton This is in the court papers. Lucas Newton had told Nerlens to his face that, hey, we've been in contact with teams and no one has really been saying anything. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the Knicks offering Nerlens Noel that 3-year deal, he probably would have never found this out, because after he had this deal on the table, he fired Rich Paul or Klutch Sports. He no longer wanted to be represented by them and found another agency to be represented by. And then he did some digging. And once he did some digging, he found out that he had a lawsuit, and he had he's about to sue these guys for about $58 to $59 million, because that's about the amount of money that he lost due to, I guess, quote unquote, negligence. You know, it's going to be interesting to see this, because I'm keeping my eye on this. Of course, Kendrick Perkins had to say some stupid shit to run his mouth, but a lot of people are looking at that as, oh, he's just like a yard dog for Klutch Sports, LeBron James, and Rich Paul, because, you know, he's a LeBron James guy. So, as you see here, Nerlens Noel needs to tell the truth about the situation with Rich Paul and make Happy Walters take that key out of his back. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up, Kendrick. Mind your business. This got nothing to do with you. And, of course, Nerlens Noel's come back and says, here's my receipts. You know what I'm saying? Here are some of the receipts here. This is one part of what Bleacher Report reported. And then we're about to get into this second part in a minute. It's just crazy, man. Like, why would Kendrick Perkins have something to say? Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Why are you even, like, in this? It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the stuff that I was mentioning prior. And then, of course, Kendrick still running his mouth. Earth to Nerlens, everyone likes you for the minimum. Rich Paul is Teflon to our culture. You are playing yourself. Carry the hell on. Rich Paul, if Teflon, is Teflon, I think he was trying to say. And shout out to the Knicks, man. Well, no, not the Knicks. It was someone named Sport King. Gotta love you, bro. But that tweet is borderline hoe type stuff. Stay out that man's pockets in business. You can show support for Rich in other ways. Where was the energy at for Rachel and the things she was saying about the sister Maria Taylor? Wrong is wrong, right? Carry on, bro. So, I mean, everyone got something to say, even when they don't even have, like, the details. So, it's getting nasty out there. I want y'all to keep a close eye to this, because this is getting interesting. In my opinion, if I can give my opinion on this, I believe all of this is going to get settled out of court, because a lot can be revealed. Like I said, many people are being implicated. People that you might like. So, to keep that heat off their back, they're going to make sure that they pay this outside of court. Man, oh man, I can't wait to keep my eye on this. Thank y'all for watching this. Please be sure to like the video. If you're brand new, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notifications. I'm always posting videos. Live streams coming soon in October. I'm trying to work on my setup. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm Brother DSP. Thank y'all.